everybody. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of All In Sports. It's your man, Lee Ice. And as you can see, I am joined by a special guest today. We've gone back to youth bowling when we was my man, Mr. Steven Peebles. How's it going, brother?
All right, Leroy.
You doing okay?
Uh-huh. And
How's
actually, I was
West
just thinking
Virginia?
about your younger days because I actually saw a video of you receiving a trophy at Fontana back in the
Oh,
day for the
you
Pro-Am result. So,
you got to send that to me, man.
yeah, I've
Yeah.
got the video.
Okay.
It's just a
Well,
matter of I've got to download that and then find that piece where you were presented a trophy back then.
Yeah,
And
I've been doing this since this little bit. And as always, we got the big dog with us here. He's a little under the weather, y'all. How you feeling here?
I feel like my head about to explode.
Oh man,
this went off yesterday, so I don't know what
your
happened.
your head explode. That's a big explosion, bro.
Hey, watch yourself. Ain't that much on the
Hey, y'all, let's thank everybody for tuning in last week's show. Thank everybody for tuning in this week's show. Like I always say, we hope we can entertain y'all doing what we're going through. This is the season, so I'm telling y'all, protect yourselves and your family the best way you know how. Mr. Steven Peebles, are you ready to get things started?
let's make like butter and get on a roll.
I like that. I like that. All right, I'm going to toast the people in. All right, y'all, give me a fist pump. See, ready to go all in? Let's do it. Y'all know what's first on that agenda. It's called the All-In State of the Union, brought to you by the best that is the best that was. He's the best that ever done it. Even though he's feeling a little under the weather today, he's still going to bring it to you. His name is Hill. We call him the big dog. What's going on, man? Fist pump. See, ready to go all in? Let's do it. Y'all know what's first on that agenda. It's called the All-In State of the Union, brought to you by the best that is the best that was. He's the best that ever done it. Even though he's feeling a little under the weather today, he's still going to bring it to you. His name is Hill. We call him the big dog. What's going on, man?
With all the other sports going on lately, tragedy hit sports again. Columbus Blue Jackets winger Johnny Garney dies at age 31 with his brother hit by a drunk driver, the ice. 2 days before his sister's wedding that we both of them going to be groomsmen in. How you feel?
Oh, that's so sad, man. Yeah. Prayers go out to his family.
Yeah, definitely.
It definitely puts things into
perspective. Signed Zubac to a 3-year extension, $58.6 million. How you feel?
I missed that. What you say, big dog?
Clippers signed Zubac to an extension, $58.6 million. How you feel?
Good for him, man. They give out money, so.
Hollywood Brown to miss opener for Chiefs.
Do they still have Pat Mahomes?
Yeah,
that's all that matters. That's all that matters.
They also got Andy Reid too.
There you go.
UNC quarterback Johnson done after 1 year with a broken leg. If you didn't see the game Thursday night on Fox, UNC quarterback Johnson broke his leg during the third quarter. How you feel?
Terrible. You lose your starting quarterback. First game. That was the first game, right?
First game of the season.
Yeah, season over.
Yeah. Nah, maybe not. Warriors.
Never, guys.
Warriors Curry reached 1-year extension, $62.6 million. How you feel?
You know I love that. That's my man. Give him all. He deserves it all.
What?
Give it there.
Not only that, he helped the U.S. win the gold in the men's basketball in the Olympics. Not to forget his performance in the fourth quarter.
Tell him, buddy.
Oh, Cleveland Browns, Deshaun Watson frees up $36 million for the restructure of his contract. How you feel?
That's very generous of him. I don't think I can do that.
Patriots picked Brissett to start over May.
It's just a matter of time, don't you think, Steve, before May gets in there?
Right. It's a matter of time. I actually thought he was going to be named the starter.
If the NFL ain't powerful enough, they're going to be more powerful starting next year, as the NFL owners voted to have pirate equity. If you don't know what that means, like, so a private company now can buy shares of the NFL. And the company had, I forgot the name of the company, don't quote me on this, has bought shares of an NFL stock. So they got 10%.
Wow. That's stock right there.
Packers cut Clausen after the shaky 2023 season. No, that's okay. Patriots move on from quarterback Zappy, sources say.
That was your dude last year, man.
No, I don't understand that.
I just like saying his name.
Patrick Mahomes' father gets probation on a DWI plea.
I seen that dude, man. How many charges? Well, not even charged. How many times he been pulled over?
In the world of podcasts, I think the biggest deal in podcast history is what, $50 million, maybe $20 million. The Kelsey brothers broke all records. $100 million contract to a podcast. How you feel?
That's the way we're moving.
Can't say so.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they very entertaining, the brothers, the Kelsey brothers.
So.
Yeah.
Let me run down some college football scores for you real quick. Earlier today, we had Penn State beat number 8 Penn State 34, West Virginia 12. Number 1 Georgia, I told you, Lee Ice, 34-3 over Clemson. Now, Lee Ice, you did get revenge on me later on. Hey, Tennessee, number 15 Tennessee beats Chattanooga 69-3. Number 17 Oklahoma beats South Dakota State 44-20. Ohio State destroys Akron, not really destroying it. They ain't pull away till the second half, 52-6. But let me say this real quick. And let me stop right there on the score. I'm gonna stop right there. Let me take a little water. Let me get some water real quick. I miss the SEC on CBS already. ABC/ESPN, y'all are terrible. They are terribly ice. The music, I mean, the graphics are great. I love the graphics they got, but the music is terrible. They're trying to emulate CBS's music.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that.
It's just not a good fit. Now, I think the Big Ten is not a good fit for CBS because they don't even got like 5-6 good teams in the Big Ten. That's it. Out of the 18 teams.
How long did CBS have the SEC?
Since I want to say 1990.
So, I mean, 30-something years? Come on, man.
That's all they had, though. That's all they had with college football. And the Mountain West, they just got in the Mountain West like 4 years ago.
That's just like, I'm sure y'all remember when Monday Night Football went from ABC to ESPN. It took a long time.
It's still Disney. It doesn't make a difference.
Right. So, but I don't know. It went from 9 o'clock to 8 o'clock, even though it's up an hour. Just something about that extra hour, you didn't have the pregame hype like you do now. Even though some people Monday Night Football growing up in early in your teens. Growing up and then it was a build up,
Well, I'm gonna say it like this: Monday Night Football has not been the same since left ABC. It's never had that. It still don't have that. It's more Sunday Night Football now.
That's what I'm saying. You hit it. That's
just like the AFC does not fit with CBS, in my opinion. It should go back to AFC. Stuff like that. That's why I said this SEC on ABC and the ESPN it's not going to cut it. Take a commercial.
All right, y'all. We're going to go to a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to pick the minds of my man, Mr. Steven. He's going to tell us the most unforgettable moments in sports. Nobody, let me say this again, y'all. Nobody can break it down like Mr. Peeble. We'll be right back, y'all. All in all.
I need you to look into this file for me. What's wrong? It looks like you got something on your mind.
Man, I got a wedding, graduation, and good out this month. I need a quality production team.
Call my guy. Clip Productions Entertainment Group, man. A wedding, a graduation, and a cookout this month. I got you, man. You have a great day. Boss man, I got a wedding, a graduation, and a cookout this month. I need some kind of venue to hang out for me.
I got 3 different venues we can look at, and I can also call Anthony to do the graphic work.
Let's check with the client and see if we can do a website to do their RSVPs for the cookout and the graduation.
And I'll get with Michelle to get the promotional team and the production team ready.
And I can get with Sue to get the bands, the rappers, and the comedians.
What about we put them on until the Smoke Clears television show, and we can get them on a radio lineup for If the Smoke Clears.
And then I can light up a cigar.
Not just yet. Let's get the DJs, photographers, and videographers. Now you can light up.
Let me get it.
Skip, you have a phone call from the CEO of XO7 Entertainment.
Did you see that thing? Well, you have bills. When I come down to you now 3 times. Chicago was the last time. Next time in Chicago, I'm going to show you why I'm the man. When I woke, the ground shakes. Show you why I'm the man that everybody wants to be. Show you I'm Sid Vicious. I'm the next champion of the world.
Lee Ice.
Yes.
R.I.P. Sid.
Yes.
He passed away this week at the age of 63.
Put that man in the Hall of Fame. Let me say it again. Who's in charge of that? Vince McMahon? Whoever? Triple H? Stephanie?
I saw a lot of heartfelt tributes go out to Sid Vicious this week.
Yes.
I really like that dude.
And I've been seeing a whole lot of reels about him. Man, I forgot just how good that guy was. As far as, interviews and everything. Man, he needs to go in the Hall of Fame. He's really good.
I think he go Macho Man, Flair, Dusty Rhodes. He might be in the top 7. He in there.
He's in there. He is in there, especially when he goes Sting. Oh man, that's me and Daddy's favorite. Yeah, he gave us some unforgettable moments in wrestling. So with that, we're going to talk about moments we will never, ever forget in sports. And I brought on this guy because nobody, let me say it again, nobody will break it down better than Mr. Steven Peeble. So Mr. Steven, we're going to talk about moments we'll never forget. Do you want to start at your 5th, 10th? What are we doing? How many are you going to give us?
I think I'll do 5.
Okay. Number 5, we're gonna go from 5 and work our way up.
Yeah, let's go from 5 to 1.
Okay, what's your 5th, sir?
Okay, my 5th was, you certainly remember the days of Bullets Fever and Niles Lofgren, and this month 5 and 4 back to back on the 23rd of April, seeing the Bullets defeat the Spurs despite George Gervin, who was 44, and then going on to win the NBA title later in the year. The next one. I'm sorry?
No, go ahead.
I was going to say the next one, and I know bowling is in the Washington area is not what it used to be, but the next day, myself along with my parents were there at Glenmont to see Jeff Pyle shoot 655, 235, 185, 235.
Mm-hmm.
And then my 3rd was I was at the NFC Championship game between the Cardinals and the Eagles in 2008 and seeing arguably, in my opinion, the greatest hands-throw wide receiver, Larry Fitzgerald, catch what Kurt Warner threw to him.
Mm-hmm.
And then number 2, my dad and I were at RFK to see Joe Theismann's career unfortunately come to an end, but that moment motivated the Redskins and Jay Schrader to play well throughout the rest of the season, winning, I believe, 5 of their last 6 games.
6 games, they were 5-1. I'm probably the only Jay Schrader fan in this world.
Well, I'll give Jay Schrader credit that he was, as a backup, prepared to play in the event that happened.
Because of Joe Jackson Gibbs, greatest coach ever. We know that.
Well, you win 3 Super Bowls with not only 3 different quarterbacks, but 3 different running backs. I don't have to say he's my goat. And actually, they talked about the Sean Taylor statue. Why is there not a statue for Joe Gibbs, arguably the greatest Redskin in that organization?
Easy, yeah. So what's your number 1?
Probably my number 1, and I still get chills thinking about this, was on Monday Night Football and Howard Cosell telling the world about John Lennon being murdered, dead on arrival.
Was the Patriots playing that? I kind of remember.
The Patriots and the Dolphins, December 8th, 1980.
Okay. So most of that is your personal I mean, you
my personal,
yeah. Let's expand. Let's expand. Let's
okay.
Not do out. Let's things. I mean, I can remember being in, I want to say, the 6th grade, watching the U.S. hockey team defeat the Russians, and Al Michaels' favorite line: "Do you believe in miracles? Do you believe in miracles?"
That'll be a general one.
Even though I didn't understand the impact, as you get older, you do understand, because the Russians was like a machine back then. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
And they wasn't
watching that at home.
Yeah. And I really didn't understand the full impact until the movie Miracle came out when I was an adult. So, I also remember, I cannot think his name. Help me out, big dog. I think it was in 1972 with the hostages, and they killed them.
Jim McKay.
Jim McKay, when he came on and said, "They're gone. They're all gone." I think I was only like 4 or 5 years old, but I remember that as it happened. One of the moments that I'll never forget that hurt me was seeing Muhammad Ali lose to Leon Spinks. I remember my grandfather was up visiting from South Carolina, and he was so happy to be with me and my mother and father, and we was going to watch the great Muhammad Ali fight, and he lost. And it was like, huh? That was like one of my heroes growing up. I don't think I've never ever seen him lost, even though I knew he lost to Joe Frazier and Ken Norton, but that's the first time I think I ever seen him lose and understood that, hey, this man, he lost. He's not Superman.
Well, there'll always be one undefeated competitor in the world of sports, unfortunately.
You got any more world ones that you can think of?
Yes. Do you remember watching the 1989 World Series? I do, and right in the middle of it, the earthquake occurred in San Francisco. Remember that?
Yeah. The screen shook. Yeah. And then, of course, locally, even worldwide. Yes, sir.
Take a commercial break.
We got to go to a commercial. When we come back, I'm going to ask Mr. Peeble, how does he feel about all these big contracts out here and people holding out? And what's going on? We're going to ask this man what's going on. That's the big dog. You heard him in the background. He's playing hurt, y'all, but he's a soldier. That's Steven Peebles. I'm Lee Ice. We'll be right back. All in.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. In his first
Lee Ice.
Yo.
You don't remember Mr. Kennedy, do you?
No.
Might be one of the greatest ring entrances in professional wrestling.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah.
What he used to do in what league?
WWE and TNA, all of them. He's been in all of them.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Better than Jill McHugh. Took you back on that one, didn't it?
Mr. Kennedy got one of the probably top 10 ring entrances of all time.
All right. Speaking of top 10, Mr. Steven, I want to get your opinion on all these wide receivers getting all these big contracts and they holding out and what happened in the world of sports with these back in the day when you signed the contract, aren't you supposed to honor it?
I was thinking the same thing. Aren't you supposed to honor it?
I mean, am I missing something here? Justin Jefferson right now is holding out, but he has 2 years left on his contract. I mean, what's going on? Help me understand this. Contracts mean nothing? I mean, help me. What you think?
It's rare in this day and age that you see guys want to restructure their contracts with the end means of ultimately winning. I mean, that's what, in my mind, I'll remember Tom Brady for.
Yeah, they don't do this. I don't even think it's about just give me the money, you know. But I talked about this before on a previous show, and Big Dog tell you. Please tell me the last time someone signed a wide receiver that put him over the top to win a Super Bowl. I don't remember because it's never happened. And with them getting all of this money, I'm sorry, I just can't do it. You know, if I was an owner, if you're a good receiver, I'll just be like, hey, I'll bring in another. You know, I'm not paying my wide receiver all this money just so I can cut a good offensive lineman or good defensive, you know, something that I truly need. Because the receiver is nothing without the quarterback, right?
And I'll skill players, I've been a Colorado Buffaloes fan for 42 years, and you know, Coach Prime, Deion Sanders has got these skilled players, but if you don't have the guys up front protecting them, like I was saying when they first hired Prime, they're not going to last long. And Daniel Jones is a good example of that from last year with the Giants.
Yeah, Coach Prime. I watched him the other night. That offensive line and defensive line look terrible. They're gonna get ran off about 3,000 yards this year.
Well, they're going to get rolled over by Nebraska next week if they don't shore that up. And I'm sure Deion Sanders is going to make that point clear. But I picked Nebraska as my most improved team in college football this year. And with a better quarterback in Dylan Raiola throwing it as well.
You mentioned I know you are a Colorado Buffaloes fan. What do you think? Are they going to be improved this year? They're going to have more wins than 4?
I think 6-6 is what I was looking at. We'll see. But ultimately, it comes down to how their lines play. I mean, their lines playing on both sides are terrible, both running the ball and against the run. And looking at the stats, getting out rushed 157 to 59 won't get it done 95% of the time estimate. Against a team like Nebraska, for instance, with their balanced attack today.
How good is Shador? Is he NFL?
He's a quarterback, but the guy everyone's going to be watching closely is Travis Hunter because he's a two-way star at receiver and defensive back. That's just a matter of how long can he hold up doing
what
both.
What do you draft him at? If you're a team, what are you drafting Travis Hunter to do? Are you drafting him to play defense or are you drafting him as a wide receiver?
But here's the thing. I drafted him as a defensive back for a couple of reasons. One, on the defensive side of the ball, he could cover half the field. And even if you have a package in for some place for him at wide receiver, I would want him on the end on a stop to win the game, then him to make a play as a receiver.
So he's that good, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's like I know you're a big NFL fan. NFL coming up, rookie quarterback. Some people thinking this is the best class since 1983, since your man John Elway came out. What you think about that?
Yeah. I like Jaden Daniels for the Redskins as probably the on paper the one quarterback I like from the class thus far.
What about Chicago's quarterback?
Okay, Caleb Williams and Bo Nix are two others.
You put
obviously too tell, but we'll see how they do the next 2-3 years, for example.
You putting Jaden over both of them?
I am.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
I think Jaden might be number 3 out of 3. I think Bo Nix is going to probably be the best. He has less to work with in his starting to show, but he has more pro-ready than the other two. I've watched all of them during the preseason. Bo Nix is really impressive. I thought Washington might have made a mistake in not taking him, but Denver might have a secret weapon they don't even know about yet. Drake May, he ain't ready. Caleb, he's there, but Washington, I'll say it again, that offensive line, man, it's gonna be the old issue.
I know Washington's offensive line is a question mark, and they need to establish a running game.
Right.
More so.
And I think that's what they're going to do. I think they're going to be a running team. Jaden's first year.
The short passing game to simulate the running game, that's not going to be effective throughout the course of the entire season.
With Eckler and Ertz, I think that's what they're going to run the game, short passing game. With Daniels' running ability, it's going to open up a lot of stuff. But I think I would give them 6 to 7 weeks of.
What did the dude from Alabama they had in the backfield last year?
Yeah, with him. Yeah, Brian Robinson. You're going to see a lot of Brian Robinson Jr. You're going to see a lot of Brian Robinson Jr.
I still don't think the offensive line is good enough to.
An improved offensive line for running game is going to help Jaden Daniels. That's for sure.
Right. And plus, he has a quick release. He doesn't hold on to the ball like what's the guy last year? Sam
Howell.
Yeah, Sam Howell. He gets rid of it quick. And if you remember, Big Dog and Steve, the little bit of time that Jacoby Brissett was in there, he wasn't getting sacked like Daniels. He was getting rid of that ball quick, so I don't think the offensive line was as bad as people thought it was.
The offensive line was terrible last year. I don't care what you say. The offensive line.
Probably a combination of both.
I think J.J. McCarthy, that was my pick for being the best quarterback coming out. But looking at it now and seeing more of Jaden Daniels, I might be a little biased because y'all know I'm a Commanders fan. I see a very smart quarterback not making a lot of mistakes. I just hope I got 30 seconds. I just hope he can hold up. All right, Mr. Steve, before you get out of here, I want your Super Bowl prediction. Who you got coming out the AFC? I think I already know, but who you got coming out the NFC?
I think when it's all said and done, I like a rematch of the Chiefs and the 49ers, except the uniform combination would be different this time around.
All right. Y'all heard it from Mr. Steve. Buddy, thanks for joining us. Please don't be a stranger. Come back as many times you want. I broke
down the season on my page yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that.
I have Washington being third this year in the NFC. He's still got a little bit of work to do to catch up with Philly and Dallas.
All right. Well,
and I'm excited to see how Jaden Daniels does in his first year as a rookie.
We got a week left. All right, y'all. Whether you like it or don't like it, learn to love it. It's the best thing going. For Mr. Steven Peebles, for the big dog who's a little under the weather, I'm Lee Ice. This is All In Sports. We'll see y'all next week.
Big dog, hope you feel better soon.
All right.